So
Hi,
let's try
girl.
to. You look so good. Oh my God.
I
What?
got ready, boo, just for you.
Wow. I feel like you're tanner too. You got some sun.
Yeah, I did because I've been out in the I've been swimming every day.
That's amazing. You look really good.
You look gorgeous yourself.
Thank you. So I think we should just, yeah, just the same height. That's perfect. So
Good?
I'm just gonna cut basically here what I've said before, and we're gonna start here. So I'm just gonna say another episode of Amelia Spiritual Show, okay?
Okay.
So let's go. And we have a Janelle. Okay. We have another episode of Amelia's Spiritual Show. We are with the beautiful Chelsea today. I'm so grateful to have her as a friend. You know, I'm not going to be with friends that are cowards. She's a courageous whistleblower that had the audacity and the courage to expose, people being a part of the healthcare system, being a part of the genocide, the modern slavery of this world, exposing a prostitution ring of electronic torture, and exposing the corruption within the healthcare system, within the world, where individuals like me and you are ready to choose money over humanity and be a part of a prostitution, and not a prostitution that is sexual, but a prostitution that is violence, that is
Pure torture.
terrorism and torture. So this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk also about having sex as a targeted individual, being woman, and also some people who assume that we could be fake targets because we haven't reached the point of not being able to walk anymore, and because we are strong enough to survive the targeting and what has been sent our way. It's not because you're strong enough to survive that it's not that it's easy, and this is what everyone has to understand. You know, some people have reported that I'm living in a penthouse in a doll house. First of all, I live in a very small place, and I'm not a doll. I'm not perfect. I make sure that I put makeup, that I take the time to get ready in the morning, and that's it. And I am targeted where I had to dig my legs in the sun, hide in the fridge, have equipment. I've been doing enough videos for 5 years, and you have the audacity to tell me this. You have a problem if you still think this. So anyways, Chelsea, I want you to maybe start with your report of today with the date and everything.
Today's date is the 31st, I believe, and
That's right.
it's 12:41. So, I also have the same criticism online that Amelia does, that I'm not a real target. I am very targeted. I am almost attempted murdered every day by Tybro community. While I drive, Amelia is well aware. They take my eyesight, they hit me in the head, they give me the electrical rectal shocks while I drive, like as we go over bumps. They do it whenever I'm trying to talk to anybody, especially my daughter's dad. That seems to be when they target me the most. So one of the things Amelia was, oh, they're restricting us, you guys. I just got the notification. Did you get the notification?
Yeah, it's okay. They're flagging. So let's just come back. Just be easy with your terms. Suffering build. Let's go see the people. Hi, everyone in the comment section. So now we're live on the Army of Angels United on TikTok, and that's where I saved the live because I have been victim of targeting. The targeting has been nonstop for 5 years, and they're very aggressive. And we are going to investigate the amount of money that it takes for this operation to gang stalk and to make someone, basically to target someone work and phone 24/7 in all times. I open my phone no matter the days for the last 5 years, and I have a group of individuals who are there blocking my access, my internet connection, my application that I pay for podcasts as well. And so now the only way I found to do those live videos and podcasts was through TikTok. So I am victim of intense and very violent and disgusting level of hacking that has been described from the employees of the Apple store in Montreal, Canada a few months ago. This is testimonies that will be used in court to also dismantle a human trafficking, a prostitution ring of electronic torture, a modern slavery. They both told me that this level of hacking was abnormal and disgusting. And so everybody in the comment section, Marc Lafrenière, he's saying, he said, nobody deserves anything, you earn it. Exactly. Omre, generally, she says, I to you, Chelsea.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Grace and Grit says, hi, lady. I'm also target as well. Hi, everybody. Hopefully, like, our videos are helping you. Me and Chelsea, we are actually talking to each other in the shower sometimes as we do our cleaning today. I was thanking God. I was like, thank God Chelsea is calling me, because she has been really a very big supporter, because once someone understands what you go through, you cannot have a better friend than this. Like, there's no better friend as someone that will support you and understand exactly what is being done to you. Spiritual attacks, technological violence, verbal abuse, non-stop 24/7 that we call the V2K is called technology. Mesure active. Hi, everybody. So, Chelsea, I think someone just tried to report you because you're too sexy. You're so fucking hot and they're jealous. So, okay, so we're July.
You are so hot too, Amelia. You know that, girl.
Thank you. So, Chelsea was telling me today that she was trying to have orgasm with her boyfriend. And what happened? Tell me. So, we're July 31st, and this is going to be presented in front of the judge too, because also we are women, we're feminine, and they have been targeting me also when I was putting makeup in the mirror just for trying to look pretty and to be feminine. And most of the from Targeted Justice, an amazing association in Texas, they are demonstrating that most of the targets are women. And I think there's sick women also behind that, but there's most of them, they're very violent men who wants to control and have a woman with nothing and be deprived of absolutely anything. Like, Chelsea, can you tell us what they have tried to do to you when they asked you to bow in front of them naked?
Yeah, so I was a part of the type community. What Amelia is referring to, you guys, when she talks about the hacking, I believe it's called the Pegasus system in the scientific technology terms. They have all of our phones hacked with the Pegasus system. So they get our photos, they get they can remote control our phones.
Can you repeat slowly the term that you're using?
I think it's called the Pegasus system. I'm no technology expert. I'm not any of that, but I believe it's called the
You can send it to me after. I'm gonna write it in my bio on YouTube so people can see what it is. Yeah.
I will. So they have access to all of our phones, our messages, our calls. They can slow our phones down. But one thing that she's talking about is, like she said, we're women, we're feminine women, we are adult women. So this content is going to be a little bit more adult, because what they do is humiliating to us. It's very degrading. It's very intrusive, and it's very, very, very disgusting. So basically, we're all humans here. We all have needs. I was just in the bathtub last night, and of course I was like trying to have some alone time. Sorry, they literally just hit me in my eye, but I was trying to have some alone time, and I was like taking some, I guess what you would call risque, sexier photos or whatever like that, trying to enjoy myself in the bathtub, which is very hard for us to shower and do because we get targeted.
Criminal. It is not criminal. I don't know about
criminal.
And also,
it's criminal.
I want to know, let me know in the comment section if you're a victim as a woman of wanting to look pretty, of putting makeup, of wanting to be sexual, of wanting to have sex. Because this is one of the first things they have done to me, pointing my insecurities, talking about my private part, my boobs, nonstop, trying to make me feel ashamed of my body so that I don't have sex. Do you have a chip? Like Grace and Grit are saying, do you have a chip in your body? So we are absolutely certain. Chelsea, I think you can feel your chip in the back here.
Yeah, I can hear mine shaking back and forth when I rock my head. It's probably somewhere in my nasal cavity. They're radio translucent from what I understand, so they don't show up on x-rays and CAT scans and all that stuff. I think you have to have like an actual ultrasound holding it there, seeing it. But I like I said, I'm no expert. But do you want to kind of get back to the bathtub story?
Yeah, so and also about the microchips, we're on the verge for all of the people who are impatient and are losing hope because you have been targeted for 40 years, for 50 years. I have some beautiful message that are telling me to continue to spread my words and awareness. And I think if people would have this information in the past, they will still be here today. A lot of suicide happened because of this prostitution ring of electronic torture, where individuals just like me and you accept money to be a part of those cult of this
Right.
violence, and then they have the audacity of pointing fingers on women and call them prostitute when they are in fact prostitute themselves of violence in those pyramidal scheme where they hack the phone of people, where they find pretty girls in society to target, and they call it new virgin that were not destroyed. You know, they love to destroy a woman to the ground with humiliation rituals and all of that. So let's continue to the story of Chelsea, where she was in her bath yesterday.
Right. So
On to
I was in the bathtub yesterday. So like I said, we're women. We all have a sexual nature. It's natural. And what we receive when we're getting these directional energy weapons attacks is they're monitoring us 24/7. They can see through our walls. They are able to hack our phones, see what we're doing, stuff like that. So I was in the bathtub yesterday. I was taking some pictures, trying to have like my adult alone time because we all have needs, right?
Yeah.
And as I was doing that stuff, in my own personal space, my own personal time, I was remotely attacked. So during while I was in the bathtub, I was getting shocked. And then as I was taking my photos, trying to look cute, trying to look sexy, during the climax of it, if you guys understand what I'm saying, I was right at the climax of your orgasm, I guess I'll just say it. I was hit. Yeah, I was hit over the head, electroshocked over my head, and also in my vagina very, very, very fiercely by the Tybro community. They stalk us 24/7. It's very invasive. It's rape. It's very, 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 very disturbing. It makes me literally cringe that these ugly old creeps are watching me. And I'm not the only person who experiences it. It's part of it's electronic remote torture. So basically they shock us. They zap in pressure and sound in our heads at the same time.
Yeah.
They're watching us 24/7. And basically they were using the voice to skull technology on me, letting me know that I'm supposed to be audiencing these ugly old creeps, that I'm supposed to be courteous, that I'm supposed to be acting like I like their remote neural monitoring and their electronic torture, that I'm not supposed to be thinking about any other men or my daughter's dad or whoever it may be. I'm supposed to be thinking about these ugly old
because
creeps.
they surveil our thoughts and they surveil.
Yeah, they use remote neural monitoring, you guys.
Yeah,
And for those of you, really quick, for those of you that don't know what it is, because when you Google it, it's going to say it's a bunch of nonsense. When you look up Meta AI that's about to be coming online, you already see people controlling the phones and the computers and stuff like that just with their thoughts, with wearing those headbands.
Yeah.
So this technology is already here. If you guys kind of study technology, it's here. So they can literally look through our phones through that camera lens and flash a specific light, or I forget, it's some sort of light that's out of the normal visual spectrum, and they can look and see our EEG waves the same way that when you wear an EEG headband. Just imagine the headband coming off and somebody having a camera or something like that can actually see with that lens your EEG waves, and then they can take your waves and they can look to see what you're thinking. They already have that type of stuff decoded out via the technology that's already mainstream.
Everyone has noticed on their phones what you
Yeah.
think. Let's say you think about buying a desk, some desks are going to appear, it's kind of sick. But so what I was saying earlier is that those at the top of this pyramidal scheme, prostitution ring of electronic torture, where they are behind human sacrifices, the destruction of a woman, of someone. I guess why there's more women that are flagged is because there's a lot more people that are willing to pay for the destruction of a woman and deprive of a woman of her sexual intimacy, or money, or work. And this is the enjoyment and the entertainment of some perverted men, because pornography and sex is not enough anymore. Just like in Dubai, there's some men who have wanting to to pay money to that for that, so that woman, you know, in their mouth, uh, poop, like yeah. So imagine the level of perversion.
That's tyro for sure. Yeah.
No, but I love that, Chelsea, because a lot of people would talk about that and they have never been targeted in their life and they're like, what are they talking about? But the fact that stories like that come out, it shows the level of perversion and it shows that those things exist. And I want to finish with that concerning what you talk about. The pyramidal scheme, and those at the top of this pyramidal scheme, obviously they're making the most money and they are all enslaving each other like a chain, right? So your gang stalkers, they are enslaved also. We can never forget that. But
Right, they're enslaved. They're fully controlled. They borrow the equipment. They're nothing special, right?
yeah, but they are being enslaved too. And so what I've noticed is that to get away of their own abuse that they're receiving, hopeless and tired of being violated, they maybe have an opportunity of sacrificing someone else and kind of put back the gun somewhere else, which on you or on me. You don't understand? Instead
Yeah.
of facing their own demons and their own thing, they found a way in this prostitution ring of electrotrick to put the gun in another direction, and you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So they are doing, they are basically distracting themselves and sacrificing someone else
Others.
and participating in a collective abuse of torture so that they themselves are not feeling the abuse that they have gotten before. So it's like a way to escape their own torture. And this is really a coward. Like anyone who have done that, and this is being a coward, because we do need whistleblowers. We do need people who are exposing. Instead of doing that, you could definitely be a whistleblower instead. And if you don't, or if you're maybe they're a chain up. Are they
Right.
forced? Are they forced, Chelsea? That's the question.
That part I wouldn't know if they're forced. I just know that they use it like, so she's basically saying like coercive abuse and stuff like that. But basically what she's saying is that everybody has the gang stalkers, the people who are doing this to us are also controlled. And basically they're getting tortured, but their relief or the only enjoyment that they have is using this equipment on others. Meaning like when I speak about the Tybro cult, I'm just going to use them as an
I
example.
think
There's
that's
several
what it
more.
is. I think that's what
They're
it
just
is.
using this, they're using especially the sexual part of it, the sexual abuse part of it, to have their own enjoyment to take away from their own torture, meaning that pyramidal scheme.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's well said, well explained. Exactly, because it was hard for me to explain it, but this is what I was thinking today. I was like, they are wanting to point the fingers elsewhere so that their own targeting is less. So I feel this is so coward, and
Right.
it's
It's a coward. They're disgusting. I feel terrible. I don't know who Amelia's gang stalkers are, who her attackers are. I do know who mine are. And they're literally almost 70 years old, you guys, doing this stuff to like music that young kids listen to and stuff like that, trying to act like they're young, trying to like beating your head to the sound of the music, rape you while you're trying to have your alone time, rape you while you're in your car, rape you while you're in your home. And the way that they do this, it's hard for people to understand. So a lot of people have like these microchips inside of them, along with the nanobot technology. And these are facts. These are doctors already finding the nanobot technology inside of the blood. It's self-replicating. And not only that, the nanobot technology emits a radio signal. This radio signal can be connected to like through Bluetooth. So if you're by a cell phone tower, however it is that they're going to connect to the nanobot inside of your body, that nanobot hooks onto your nerve endings. And when it's on your nerve endings, they can literally control your nerves. So literally they're remote controlling us remotely, raping us remotely, hooking onto our rectums, our breast, our ears, our vaginas.
Yeah.
It's female genital mutilation.
Yeah. So
and male genital mutilation. It's rape.
They have called me their Tamagotchi, and also that they were here to test some technology on me. This is one of the most things that I've seen, but also I see the view that they have of other people. They feel so superior, like if they would see everyone as less. This is because I'm able to kind of observe them from a larger, view. And what I
Right.
see is how much they feel superior to everyone. Because I'm detached of those satanic lives, right? During my spiritual awakening, I was able to see that I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my body. I've done an inner work of reprogrammation to detach myself from this matrix that is kind of, on top of us somehow. And once you're able to detach of it, this is how you can survive accident, you can survive death, you can survive so many things. So you become an observer, and that's what's happening. But it's so nasty, the view that they have over people, because it goes through me.
Disgusting.
So I can see the view that they have of others through me. And I'm like, ew, it's so disgusting.
It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. So basically, this is remote torture. Eventually, if you guys are unfamiliar of what the Department of Defense is, it's the head of the military for the United States of America. If you guys Google their 2045 project, basically they want to have everybody on these like computer interface systems. The way that they're going to do it is through nanobot technology, through our blood, the microchips, and everything like that. These are facts. You can go look them up. And you can do a little bit of research, you'll find it yourself. And basically, they're going to be able to control people by their nerves. So once that nanobot technology is activated inside of everybody, or these little chips, or they don't even really necessarily need it, they can just do it with the radio frequency from the cell phone towers and everything like that. They will be able to control people remotely, and they will be able to transmit sound to your head. They can use your own voice to do it. That would be the voice to skull, aka the microwave auditory hearing
Yeah.
effect.
And
And
this is what they used
yeah.
to isolate people. If you're isolated, don't ask yourself question if you're good enough or anything. They're able to play with your entourage and people around you, corrupt them, or inflict like what she just spoke about, the voice to skull, or basically trying to scare you, or to corrupt you in some ways to distance you from that person.
Right.
Let's say they can
Right.
tell you, oh,
Right.
you should not spend time with that person because bad things are going to happen to you. So honestly, I feel like I just don't listen to those people.
I don't listen to it either. I don't listen to it either, and it's so freaking annoying. Like, another thing is like, so when I was going through all of this, they kept me up for like 4 days straight. They can literally hit you with some sort of brain frequency that can like make your brain not really require sleep.
Yeah.
So they can literally make you not require sleep and keep you up for days on end, and you're alert and oriented and everything like that. It doesn't affect you in any sort of way.
The zombie, like that we see.
Yeah, almost like a zombie. And so with like my dealing with the Tybro cult, they were these spiritual masters that claim that they didn't require sleep, they don't require food, any of that stuff. So basically they have like that setting, whatever like that, through their gaming system or whatever it is, the equipment that they've borrowed or logged onto through the black web, and they just keep theirs on all the time. Like literally these two old creeps
like
never
slaves.
sleep.
They're like slaves to the system, like zombie state,
Yep.
And it's so sad. And
So they can stalk us 24/7.
I have pain for them. Even if those people have accepted money to do this, I feel pain for them, because it's like love is so beautiful. I was watching today like some influencer that just got a baby and they are in love. And for me, like, love always was first. Maybe we can have a little segment and talk about sex, love, our love life, and what happened. I know people love to listen to relationship, but definitely for me, I'm single and we're both single. And I'm testing people a lot, like with my association. I'm testing their compassion. I'm testing if they're generous, if they're a provider. Obviously, the man that I'm gonna marry or have kids with doesn't need to be the richest, but he does need to be generous. He does need to have compassion and be open-minded and respectful. And it's very hard to find someone that will accept that we speak about human trafficking, because it is scary, but to come back to what they have done to you, Chelsea, I want you to just talk to us about all of the difficult things that has happened. Let's say with your ex, you shared that they try to separate you from the person that you love in different ways. And then it goes to an extent where the fact that Chelsea will think about her ex that she still love, they will make her feel guilty to even just think about. So the perversion is coming to, oh, She just thought about him, she loved him, and then they're so pervert like snakes, and they're like a bunch together, and they will make you feel bad because you like that person. It's insane. It's so pervert. I don't even know how to explain it, but maybe you can explain
It's
it
so
better.
so so perverted. So back to the remote neural monitoring, the voice to skull technology, the microwave auditory hearing effect. It's also directional sound. You can do with bone
I'm
conduction
sorry, I just have
technology.
to say for court also. Today we're July 31st. They are also sending electroshock heavily here on the side of my head, on my life set. So this is going to be used as a testimony, as a proof of receiving targeting on my head right now. It's very painful. And unfortunately, there's not a medication that can help for that. This is caused with electricity, and we will need to be in a Faraday cage in order to be free of the pain. And so we just need to investigate and to make it safer for kids and people. And there is some technology that is starting. It is starting a little bit. Like for example, I invested in a Japanese business, and from Malaysia, they do have a new technology that will protect families from EMF radiation. And so this is something that we are starting to think about. Even on my website, I would want to sell equipment product that will protect us from all of what they're trying to do to us. But come
Correct,
back,
correct.
Chelsea, to
So
what?
basically, when Amelia's saying she's feeling that electricity in her head, if she was wearing an EEG cap,
Yeah,
um, you guys would actually be able to pick it up and see like the
yeah, it's
electricity
very
rise in just
painful.
that specific area of her brain. So there are some medical ways to detect it, and it's very, very, very sick. I wanted to kind of talk to you, Amelia, about like how disgusting it is and how invasive it is when they watch us get ready, do our hair, do our makeup. You're raped, correct? Targeted, voice to
Oh my
skull.
God, girls! You know, I've seen this video of two girls dressing undressing. They're very bothered, threatened right now. They like it looks like, you know, when I was doing my exam, because they have threatened me with my sexuality, my femininity for so long, because I have been dating men that are more successful, so they will spoil me. I've been very loud about that. Like for me, my criteria is just like Grant Cardone said, is like a millionaire. He have published a book, and for everyone out there that you're a man, that you're a girl, my advice to you is to spend your time with people that can help you. Those that have something for themselves, those that can invest in your business or that believe in you. And I made the decision 5 years ago to spend my time with people that are more successful. And
You should.
I used to be with student. I used to choose love and sex, but now since 5 years, it's not enough for me. And I have the right to choose to be spoiled, and I have the right to not sleep with men if they're not generous or if they're not helping my life. You don't have to do nothing that you don't want to do. And if you're a man, and if you're a or if you're a woman and you're watching this, start spending your time with those that can help you, those that invest in your business, those that elevate your life, and you will see your life will change, because you gotta help yourself. Do you see the amount of isolation that they try to do, the amount of chaos and division that they attempt to do? So the only thing we can do is at least make sure that we are with people that can help us. And this is what I do. And some people are like, oh, she's a prostitute. Oh, that. Because having a one night Netflix and chill from Tinder with a guy, it's okay if it doesn't involve any spoiling, right? But if there's a spoiling and, you know, money or purses, shopping involved, it threatens the programs that is trying to remove your support. Do you understand? So they want you deprived of money, of power, of anything. So once you choose to spend time with someone that can help you, it comes directly as a threat to a full entire operation that is trying to monetize your destruction and your downfall. Do you hear me? So that's my advice. And you know, I've been public and I'm honest. And if you have a problem with someone that tells what they want, then just continue being with that person that will just break your heart. And, you know, We all have to be on. Even for guys out there, like, just tell the girl, if you don't want to marry her and have kids, tell her that you just want to have sex. But anyways, so come back, Chelsea. I want to know like, what is the main thing that they do to affect your confidence, your femininity, your sexuality as a woman.
Very, very, very bizarrely, they don't do anything. Like sometimes they'll be like, "Look at all the weight you're putting on." But like I said, I know who my gang stalkers are. They're old, they're crippled, they wear back braces and all this other stuff. They're ugly AF. So they don't really do that. What they do is they just mostly remotely rape me. That's what they use it for. They're like, "You were never pleasured. I was supposed to be your polisher," meaning this ugly ass old hag was supposed to be telling me what to wear every morning and stuff like that. Wear these panties, and I never listened to that ugly ass old bitch one fucking time.
Yeah,
I
so
never participated in their stupid ass game, huh?
let me know in the comment section if you're targeted for 40 years, 50 years, 10 years. I have been targeted since 2021, and she has been so basically 5 years of targeting for me and for you, Chelsea.
I've been targeted for about 3 years.
3 years. And so let us know in the comment section if you have done that too. Once I was first targeted in 2021, I didn't know Targeted Justice, this association in Texas that have been doing an amazing job at bringing awareness to the world. They probably have saved a lot of people from suicides. So good applaud for them for all of the work that they've been doing.
I love them, you guys. I'm so grateful that they made that organization.
Chelsea, you don't understand. In 2022, after 1 year of targeting, I found their association on the website, Targeted Justice. I started to cry because they could explain into words what I was feeling for 1 year with pervert, narcissistic individuals up my head with toys and technology, inflicting an enormous amount of violence.
An enormous amount of violence, right?
Yeah, so I didn't know. And once you can know the words and you can explain the pain that you had for so many years, I started to cry. I was like, oh my God, finally. And it did deactivated those pervert, narcissistic people who have been given tools and technology to destroy the life of someone that took back their power, that finally detached of a matrix. And so let us know in the comment section how long it has been that you're a targeted individual. Let us know also if you ever have done on purpose to do the opposite of what was sent to you. And for me, that's what I've done a lot. In 2021, they would give me orders and comments on what to do, and I would do the complete opposite. And this is a
high five, girl. Me too. I was like, "Hey, fuck you, you ugly asshole fucks." Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do.
Hell no.
Complete opposite. And this is a really good advice and tips for targeted individuals that are surviving a transhumanism, a modern slavery, an Holocaust. You do the opposite of what they do. You don't listen to them.
Do not listen to them. They threaten. So right now, if you guys see me blink a lot, it's because they're exploding the sound in my ears, like they're making my sound sensitivity really loud.
I have a lot of pain here. They started the electroshock just before I started to do my live video. They feel threatened that we come together. I think because they can know that we're going viral, that people love that we do podcasts together. Also, ChatGPT told me that my show is gonna be viral. It's gonna be so I know. Because not everyone has the audacity of speaking what we speak about. Not everyone has been targeted to that extent too. And for us to continue to do that is because we have been victim of atrocities, of an enormous amount of violence. And
an enormous amount of violence, an enormous amount of stalking.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry.
So let's continue.
We've been victims of an enormous amount of stalking, violence, rape, nonstop rape. Back to how hard it is for me and Amelia to get ready. So a lot of people don't think we're targeted because we do our hair and makeup, which, by the way, they have burned off my real hair. Like, they gave me like a mullet. Like, they literally, that's how hard they were hating on me. Yeah. They like burned off the top part of my hair. So that's why I'm wearing these wigs and I have Faraday caging under it to kind of protect my hair. Yeah. And with Amelia, they've done things too. They've burned her skin. While we're getting ready, they scream in our heads. They make these loud popping electrical sounds in our ears. They zap our genitals. They set us on fire. It's very hard to get ready. They'll take our balance away. They've been making my fingers twitch a lot, which I know they've done to Amelia too. And it
Yeah.
makes it hard to get ready. We are very real targets.
So basically, they were preparing themselves. Like, these are all soldiers being trained, you know, like in a war, just to protect those people who have been getting away with a lot of money in the name of money. And they chose that over humanity. And they close their eyes. They're like, you know, whatever, whoever dies, whatever happens, I get my cash and I go and I travel. They have no consciousness and they don't want to have a consciousness. They try to buy time away. They try to appease their consciousness as much as they can. But the thing is, what's the point of living after that once you know that your little job in a pyramidal scheme, in the prostitution ring of electronic torture, is to actually sacrifice human beings? Being in a cult, Evan, like, you know that other people are being tortured and you're there popping bottles and champagne and just getting away with the money and pretending that you're like a gangster. You're not a gangster. You're a gang stalker. You're a prostitute of violence. Motherfuckers. Seriously, fuck. This is so disgusting.
They're literally the most disgusting people walking the face of this goddamn planet. Like, when I think about all the stuff that they've done to me, they've done to my family, they've done to so many people around, not just the United States, Canada, the entire world, I literally want to barf. I literally want to barf and literally just go be like, these people can the sewage, throwing those people in the sewage is too much of a blessing.
Just bring you into my world for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. I'm gonna bring you in my world. Okay. First of all, some people are like, oh, she's a doll living in a house and she's not really targeted, because I make it look easy and I survive. I'm strong and I've done prayers and I've done also fasting for 5 years, not eating for 5 days and praying and doing an amazing work at, you know, expressing myself on social media, contacting strangers. I've done the hard work. I've pressed pause on making money. You have no idea what has been done to me and what is being done to me 24/7. I dare you to judge me. I dare you. God knows, the demon knows the amount of resistance that is in front of me every day. Why there's delays. Why Amelia has not started a website or books and all of this. They know. And I know. And so it doesn't matter if you underestimate me or you underestimate Chelsea. You have no idea, and you probably will never know because you will never experience that. And thank God for you. I don't want you to go through that. But we're trying to explain you. And of course, we cannot tell you everything. We want to live our life. We want to be woman. We want to have sex. We want to feel sexy. We want to feel cute. And do you think it's sexy to expose this kind of thing? It's not. So let's say, for example, today, and I'm going to finish with that, and then Chelsea will bring you into our day just for today. I wake up in the morning. I'm in my bed, okay? First thing, I'm waking up to, not to an husband, not to anyone next to me in my bed, because I'm still looking for a person that I will love. I'm never going to be with a man out of security, and I do want generosity, and I'm going to be honest and very loud about it. You need to be generous. You need to be in a good position. And if you have a problem with that, then go away. So I wake up alone in my bed. And I could be with other men if I would want to. But I'm a strong person. I can be alone. I wake up this morning and I have full on a big group of individuals inflicting verbal abuse into my skull with V2K skull technology as I wake up. And then I have to force myself to wake up with illegal surveillance, calculating every little inch of my space under a microscope. I have to hide my boobs being targeted. I have to rush to wear a top because there's something electroshock on my boobs. And then I have to hide from the mirror because there's sick individuals in the prostitution ring of electronic torture who wants to play with their fucking dick and be excited to watch me in my fucking own house.
They're disgusting.
And then what else is happening? And then I open my phone and they play with my phone, my internet connections. They make sure that I know that I'm being surveilled like the pervert narcissistic people that they are. And then I try to go and start my cleaning in my house. They send me more electroshock here on my ears, so I have to physically hold my ears because it's like someone giving me pishnot every fucking second, so I have to physically hold my fucking ear. And then my friend Chelsea calls me and I'm like, thank God, because I have a friend that understands what it is to be a targeted individual. And then I continue to do my cleaning as she speaks about what they do. And it's nonstop. They threaten me. They calculate my bank account. I went to deposit money and they would want me to spend my money instead and shop like I used to have when I was a kid. But now I'm not a consumer anymore. I'm just a survivor that is trying my best to keep my money so that I can have a doctor that can follow me and have a neurological monitoring on me to prove that I'm being hit with directed weapon energy. I'm trying to eventually pay to have a full body scan so that they can find the ship and so that I can open this court. And meanwhile, I go out and I date and I speak about my associations. And there's some men that are popping bottles and spending thousands of dollars as I speak that I'm a survivor. It's very hard to find people who have compassion. So far, me and Chelsea, we have done videos talking about our GoFundMe. She even went in the streets and asked for help. It's very rare to find people who have compassion. Because if you're not demolished at the hospital looking horrible, people have no compassion. If you are strong enough to still be here and get ready and function because you are smart and you ask for help and you spend time with people that can help you, I made those choices. I survived addictions. I'm free of addictions by decision I've took. I sleep in my bed for 2 years alone because I want to be with a man, not a man that gives me security, but a man that I will love and that will love me too. And so if you have the audacity to point your fingers and say, that one is not a real targeted individual, this one is fake, this one is that, who are you? Who are you? You don't know the past of someone, so stop judging people. You don't know what they survive. You don't know what they're having to survive every day. You don't know the resistance, and people are not lazy. They are targeted. They are targeted and enslaved.
Targeted
and this is just a little bit of my life. I had to dig myself into the sand because I thought I was losing my legs from the directed weapon energy when I was in Miami. My ex had to buy me equipment on my eyes, on my legs. I sleep with electroshock on my legs since I'm 5 years old, screaming in pain and waking up my dad because I thought I was growing up. I was being trafficked from a young age in this prostitution ring of electronic torture. I've paid the fucking price, so I dare you to call me a fucking doll because I want to continue to be myself. I have the right to do my nails and to look good. And people, they are survivors and they can look cute and pretty too. Motherfuckers, disgusting piece of shit. And if you're mad because people ask for help and you're there being mad and being isolated and not asking for help, we have no pity for you. So go ask for help. Get out of your house and stop playing the victim.
It is very hard, you guys. Getting ready, like she said, she's targeted 24/7. I'm targeted 24/7. Her torture is a lot worse than mine. I mostly deal with just the rape. They've been doing some stuff to my ears. They have kind of started targeting my legs and stuff like that.
I want to do the same thing, Chelsea. I want you, like, for people that some people told me you're not a real target. No, you're gonna do the same.
I'm a very real target. I get voice to skull 24/7.
You're just having big boobs and you're just showing your boobs and you're just nothing. Show them because
I have to make sure that attention gets brought to the community, you guys. We have to look nice. We have to bring more attention to the community so that people can become aware and educated on the technology that's being abused, and they can go look up the technology for themselves to find out that it is a very real thing. They can go look at people who are diagnosed with Havana syndrome and find out that it's not just U.S. diplomats, it's actually United States civilians being hit from cell phone towers with directional energy weapons that now have neurological damage. I'm sure I have some hearing damage. They literally have exploded the sound so loud in my head. I am rectally raped every single day by Tybro, Mitchell, and Kathy Gibson. Those are their targeted areas. That's why everybody is on the line, blinking that stupid sun, quoting their work. I am hit with Voice to Skull by Kathy Gibson 24/7. The ugly asshole bitch doesn't shut up. She don't shut it off. I am raped every single day while I sleep. I am raped immediately when I wake up. They immediately turn on the forced sexual arousal. They immediately start doing the vibrations, the Voice to Skull, all that stuff every day from the time I wake up to the time I lay my head down to the time while I'm asleep in the dream. I actually do not get a break from it. So much so, I'm getting ready to buy a handheld Doppler ultrasound just to show the blood flow that is admitted to my pelvis all day 24/7 against my will, while I'm cleaning, while I'm talking, while I'm driving. I'm electrically shocked in my rectum 24/7 over and over and over again to the beat of the music. These sick old creeps try to be rappers with this stuff. They literally bang our head into the music. That's how lame these 70-year-old creeps are. And not only that, there have been other people from this community that have written me and spoken out experiencing the exact same thing. They're like, we're raped 24/7. We can't get out of this cult. We're being forced to do what they say. And it's all a scam. It's the same script from stupid ass Tybro, polishing. They pretend to be somebody else. I'm like, what kills me is that they come into the dream, they try to look like they're 40 years younger than what they are. These people wear back brace, they have canes, they have walkers, orthopedic shoes, probably a neurogenic dysfunctional bladder, I don't know. And they sit here and they try to act like they're 40 years younger, raping me in my dream, hitting me with a directional energy weapon, doing the forced sexual arousal, abusing nanobot technology and bioweapons on me, and everybody else in that cult, trying to act like they're these tantra spiritual masters and stuff like that. Remotely torturing us. We're literally, everybody that's come out of that cult that spoke out to me has said, don't get me started on those stupid ass dreams. They literally program dreams 3 to 4 a night. The dreams are stupid AF. They try to act like they're 40 years younger, and they try to act like dudes that I could just go bang in real life. It doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, why the hell would I sit here and fantasize about this stupid holographic dream or whatever that you're transmitting to me, which is called dream manipulation. You can manipulate somebody's dream and stuff like that perception with just sending pulse light at their head. So imagine what it's like when you have your phone next to you, your TV, whatever, cell phone tower, how they can go ahead and program a dream. I'm not even gonna get started on that, but it's just technology. And basically, especially if you have a chip in your head or if you have the nanobot technology in your blood, they're human traffickers. I am stalked 24/7. They take my eyesight while I'm driving. They're trying to make me go deaf. They electroshock my rectum 24/7. They're literally saying that they're trying to give me a personal injury. Like, she'll shock me and say, my company bought your personal injury. My company bought your personal injury. Literally threatening me to get a colonoscopy bag if I don't join that cult. Call them master, refer to him as Toth, refer to her as Mott from the pyramids, a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of BS. I refuse to. I was like, this is the highlight of their story. I'm aware we already trend over them. I'm not even gonna get started. They were a bunch of losers. Their story was a bunch of crapola. I have a lot to say about them. You have a lot to say about your gang stalkers. They literally are hitting me right now as we're talking.
Can you tell me the damage that they've done in your body and your life? If you could.
They've ripped off my hair. They've cracked my teeth. They can hit us with like a sonic frequency and stuff like that. It's so strong it cracks your teeth. They've messed with my hearing. They have tried to mess with my bowel movements.
Now there's a gang stalker terrorist who just said a masculine energy is like, can we have those technology too? It looks cool. I swear to God.
They're sick.
They would want to have this technology to have fun and play with people and destroy their health. And we can explain health problems, heart attacks, suicides, let's say nerves on bodies, people's, like the dots on people's skin and the nerves. It is coming from the directed weapon energy, and this is what they're doing to make sure that I'm insecure, And they're blaming and they're using the aging process to do all of this technology abuse, to basically make it difficult for people to grow older. I believe that this is what we're finding out. They are able to physically use a laser to give you like little white dots on your skin, like burn your skin. This is what they have done to me when I was a kid. That can explain why people have that too. They create inflammation and also burning. They have created scars on both of my ears. Since I'm 15 years old, I have those two ears that are stretched out from the weights that they can add. This could be behind also the sudden death from babies. We could explain a lot of things as they are able to physically add weights on people. Also back problems and a lot of other things. They were able to activate a lot of things. I had my legs wide open also one time.
Yeah,
So I have stitches on my
I'm
legs.
so sorry.
I have a lot of scars. I'm a survivor. I also, have big scars here from having my face burned completely on a stove when I was 2 years old. I survived car accident, a lot of things, and you cannot judge people. We're real targets, and I don't want to hear you. I don't want to fucking hear you. Okay, do you hear me? I don't know if you are playing the comedy. I don't know if you're dumb or you lack intelligence. I don't care. You're gonna stop, okay, thinking that people are faking it. If someone is telling you that they're a victim of something, you're gonna believe them and stop telling them they are crazy. I don't want to hear you no more. I don't want to hear you. And you know what is happening too? In different parts of the world, Canada, Mexico, is it normal that a program and technology is able to be behind forced speech from two different families at the same time and inflict the same scenarios of threatening a targeted individuals with their own families into giving them medication or locking them down? Is it fucking normal? It is not. And this is what I found out with Arlette, a survivor of Mexico. And let's just finish, Chelsea, with talking about Arlette. I really feel sad for her. I hope she's good. Arlette is a survivor from Mexico, and she has spoken to me that she wanted to escape our place a few months ago. I told her she could come for a few weeks if she would want to. She was trying to raise money to buy her flight and everything. And our own mother sent her again and locked her down. Recently, they took her. And she has been threatened since she was a kid with the police if she would not go to school. I don't know for you, Chelsea, but like sometimes I didn't feel like going to school when I was a kid. And our mother from Mexico would call the police if she would not go to school. Also they sent her into a camp for 1 full year, and the only thing she could have is carrots or cigarettes, and she was like tied up all day. I don't know where they sent her this time, but it is very sad and very disgusting. And those also people that are saying, what they're trying to do, instead of standing up with human rights and knowing that you are just doing what you have to do and just, having common sense and intelligence to protect this planet. You should just also denounce and be here, a part of the resistance, a part of the movement of light. We're peaceful and we're just denouncing something that is inhuman, something that has been behind health issues, suicides, heart attacks, sudden death, and a lot of damage that has been done to people's bodies, including nerves and scars on the body, and also even the sudden death concerning the babies. We could connect this to orchestrated accident and death. And I'm just gonna finish with that too. And this is very disgusting. I don't know how to talk about it, Chelsea. I know you're not doing it on purpose, by the way.
I'm not. No, they're trying to make me fall asleep, and I'm not even tired.
So I don't know if you heard about it, the Epstein files and the human trafficking. Now they're exposing that they have found some human meat into the food industry. and also that they could be behind a bigger human trafficking where they have been selling babies and for organs harvesting, and that it is it's disgusting what we're
It's so
finding out.
it's so disgusting.
I'm really disgusted. I'm not gonna speak about that today, but
It's very disgusting. And what Amelia is speaking about, as far as going through like this horrible electronic torture over her body since she's been 5 years old, is a very real thing. I'm coming to find a lot of targets who have been targeted since they were children. The pain is unbearable. There's not any sort of medication that can necessarily stop it, because what has to happen is a radio signal has to be killed, because it's neurological control. So these directional energy weapons are very real, you guys. I already have a professional grade energy weapons detector that's already alarmed, not only at my house, but while I'm at other people's houses, showing that I'm being stalked. I'm sure if she had one, they won't allow the detector into Canada. You guys would see she would alarm as well, especially when she experiences that overheating of her body, which is a radiation weapon. And it's very, very, very sick that this is being done not only to us, but to several people.
Money. And the thing is, what I'm thinking now is, it's one thing to protect your movement and outdated programs where you are monetizing from the suffering and the monitoring of human beings, right? Because this is what they are. They're a part of corporation or cult, and they're making money in that way. They surveil you, they monitor you. Like, this girl that has been paid to be monitored and was sent home with equipment. Those corporations are doing it in an ethical way. They are asking the person, and they are even paying the person to be monitored. Those people, they are outpassing, and they are violating every human rights. They have become terrorists in the name of making money and doing everything faster. This is what they have done to you and to me. They have they don't care. I'm sorry. And you know what? Those people who say, "Oh, Amelia, oh, you're just, looking for problems because I'm exposing human sacrifices." I'm sorry. What are you? Are you a terrorist? Because it looks like you're exposing yourself when you're saying something like that. Or, oh, things will never change. There will always be that. I'm sorry, but people that talks like that, you're just the definition of being a coward. Like, things are changing rapidly, the consciousness is rising, and we are feeling guilty of a mouse being trapped or a pig with no television. So good luck for you all prostitute of violence and terror. Good luck for you, for real. Do you want
to say a pig at the television? That was a good one.
Do you want to say anything to finish, Chelsea?
No. I was going to ask you if you wanted to do like any poetry or anything like that.
Yeah. We can do a little
we could take a small little break if you need a little bit of a break. They're trying to make me like tired. They can make you feel dizzy and stuff like that, like dizzy and fatigued.
No, I don't need a break. It's good because I'm just gonna record this full live, and then I can just send it to you, and we can do little parts. We can do a freestyle. Oh, I'm down.
Okay, I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And once again, Amelia, thank you for sharing your story. It's very personal, very intimate, and I know that it's very hard to speak about. It's very embarrassing what they do to us, the abuse that they do to us, the mental abuse, emotional abuse, the sexual abuse. Everything is very, very, very hard to speak about. And I am, once again, so happy that I met you. You're one of my best friends.
Thank you.
What they've done is disgusting. There's not a lot of people speaking out about it, but there are a lot of actual healthcare professionals now becoming aware of it.
Yes. You're doing an amazing job too. And someone is saying in the comment section, this live is censored. How can we? This is so important. It doesn't matter. So you can go on my YouTube channel after. I'm going to record all of the live and post it there. And also I always do some editing, and I post little clips on my Instagram and over social media, also Facebook. I think we're going to end this one there and do another one. So I could have 2 different ones.
No censors. Yeah.
And so in that one, I think it's gonna be a good one, for sure. So then you can also follow us on Instagram, where I have a group chat now of over 71 targeted individuals. So that's amazing. We were able to unite 71 people all over the world that are all targeted in different ways, in different levels, from different timeline also. So I know it's a long process. We're talking about the collective lawsuit. We're talking about that, but first we need to do the start of it and build a community, and it takes time to bring awareness because there's a big censorship on the other side. There's a big resistance from those who have been monetizing from their own kinds of people for so long. Imagine like you have been sacrificing your own species and you're a part of a cult, you're a part of a corrupted family, you're a part of a pyramidal scheme, a prostitution ring of electronic torture. Imagine if you're a part of that and you don't want to be a whistleblower and you want to continue to make this money. So they're trying everything in their power to get away with murder. So it does take time, but we are getting closer to having peace and having justice. So stay strong, everyone, and don't lose hope. Don't be those people that are saying that nothing is changing. It's false. The consciousness is raising, and they have underestimated the consciousness. They've been underestimating the spiritual awakening, and you will see that it was a lot more that we could have ever thought it would be, or that it was. So I love you so much. Hopefully you love this episode, and like and subscribe. I love you.
Like and subscribe, you guys. We're trying to bring targeted vigils, the top trending online.
Follow me on my personal Instagram, La Vision de Amelia on Instagram. Or if you want more about my association, the Army of Angels United on Instagram and TikTok. And Chelsea, and also if you want to do some yoga with me, I've decided this year that I started to do some survival yoga with Amelia on YouTube, my other account, so that I can expose what they do in the magnetic field of people. And Chelsea, can you tell them your social media so that they can go follow you?
Sure. So you can find me. My name is Chelsea Jewel Arias, CHELSEA JEWELLARIAS on Facebook. Jewel88_ on Instagram, and then Jewel88_ on TikTok. I promote a lot of Amelia's work. Like I said, we're best friends. We're both targeted, and we're here to help make targeted individuals a top trend, electronic rape a top trend, nanobot technology a top trend.
Hashtag what? Hashtag it's sexy to stand up with the world. Hashtag it's sexy to stand up with the world, everybody. Yes, you heard it right. We put makeup and we get ready. Yes. And even once we didn't reach the point to be in the hospital, and you know, like we still can walk and everything, doesn't mean that we didn't survive, and we don't survive things every day. We try to be positive. We call it being positive. So I love you so much, and
I love you too.
Everybody, peace and love.